because I like it. And let me give you this small piece of advice to take with you in the world.
Okay.
Some people define confidence as knowing people will like you.
Yes.
No.
No.
Confidence is not giving a rat's ass whether they like you or not. That's confidence.
Got that. They won't open.
What? Why they say rat's ass? Well, because nobody wants rats around. And what's the least useful part of an animal?
The whiskers.
No, the ass. Anyways,
The mouth.
that is the true definition of confidence. All right. No, the screen shouldn't be off. Thank you. See how easy it is?
Simple simmer.
You all would have just sat there. All right.
No, simple simmer. Simmer down.
Okay.
Okay.
In order to graph a linear function,
Yes, ma'am.
as of now, you have 3 methods at your disposal. Method 1 you were taught in grade 7, grade 4, grade 3, I don't know. At some point you were taught that first method. It's a method I don't particularly like because... What? It's not a pencil crayon?
Simmer down.
It is the table of values. I'm not even going to dignify it with explaining it because you all already know how to do it. Of course, some of you will call it the infamous T-chart. I never heard it before I was teaching here. And then a bunch of kids, I start talking table about it. It's like, what are you talking about? This. Oh, you mean a T-chart? Okay. In English. Yeah, I know that. But
See how that could be a table of values because you don't go, this is a pro, therefore this is a con. They're just unrelated.
I agree with you. You are preaching to the choir. But every year, some kid says, oh, you mean a T-chart?
What kind of irony is that?
What?
Verbal. It's verbal.
That's verbal irony. Situational irony. Oh, situational irony is when the expected situation does not come to pass.
Yes, simmer. Like Miss Monty's house getting fire when it was snowing.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. And then dramatic irony is when the characters in the piece do not know what is going on, but you do.
Like Scout in the home because she's a kid.
Anyways. Huh?
When the guy found a mistake on the word but didn't tell you, so you kept doing
Yes, that was dramatic irony. Good job. Way to bring it right into the... Yes.
Full circle.
Okay. The second method is X and Y intercepts, which of course are X comma 0 and 0 comma Y. And we sub them in to find the unknowns. Yes? Excellent. And the third was slope intercept form. Which is y equals mx plus b. We go to b and count the slope. And then connect the line. Right? Right? Okay. Now, you will notice that the table of values is filled with what? When you fill a table of values, what do you have? X's and Y's, right? A list of points. Agreed? Excellent. When you do x and y intercepts, how many points do you have? 2, but they're both intercepts, yes? When you do slope-intercept form, you get what? You have 1 point and a slope, yes? So we agree that all lines are made up of points and slopes, yes? So it stands to reason that there will be a fourth version that puts it all together, and that, for some strange reason, and I do not know why they do it, everybody calls slope-intercept form. They don't call it intercept-slope form, but everybody, not everybody, the great majority of people call point-slope form. They put point first instead of calling it slope-point form. I don't know why. You call it whatever you want. Okay? And that fourth method is this. It looks like this. Y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. Now, what do you see in that form that you already know how to deal with? Right. M is slope. And we know how much stuff slope is, right? We're all over slope. What are x's and y's? Always in this unit and in the rest of math. Which are what? Points on the coordinate grid, yes? So all I have here are points on the grid. Agreed? Okay. So now let's use that. 2, 3. Is that a point on the grid? Do I have a line yet? Why not? Pardon me, Harry? I need another point, or I don't have a line because I cannot connect them. I have a single point, yes? Everyone is good with that? Spectacular. 7, 9. Now do I have a line? Excellent. Does that line offer me a y-intercept? No. Not unless I continue onwards, correct? Yes. Does that line offer me a slope? Yes. Without doing any work? No, but it does indeed offer me a slope, yes? Does that line offer me a point? Yes. Does it offer me a second point? Yes. Therefore, since it offers me a slope and a point, must I then not be automatically able to do this magical new formula? Great. Let's do that. What should I do first? Pardon me? I could input x's and y's. What else could I do? Find slope. Well, what do I not know right now? Do I not know plenty about the x's and y's of this line? What do I not know? I don't know slope. So what should I do? That's a very interesting thing to say because, indeed, if we isolate m, what would I do with this x minus x1? I would divide, wouldn't I? And would I not get? Oh, interesting. What can I put right there? So what could I put there? Who's right? Of course they are. If I put 3 there, what am I putting there? And if I put 3 there, what am I putting there? And what am I putting there? So what is my slope? Which is? The screen behind me isn't flickering, is it? What do you mean, what part? His anus. Oh, what dog part? I thought you said what dog part in Chilliwack. All right, of course you're all done. -3, 4. Up 1. Up 1, left 4. Or down 1 and right 4.
I got it wrong. I'm a little bit paper right now. Because I was naughty. Wait, did we get all that in the video?
I don't know. What's this one?
Nobody give a rat.
And to draw it, it's tricky. What is it, Simmer? Up 1, right 1. Well, let's keep going the same way. Yeah, up 1, right 1, or down 1, left 1. What's 4? -4, 0, and then up 1, right 2, or nicely done. 5, and then to draw it, down 1, left 1, or up 1, really?
Left one.
What's the slope? I like how people tell me it's confusing when I ask you to count. What's the slope? -1. So how do you get a slope of -1? Down 1. Down 1, right 1. Or up 1, left 1. That counting. It's a pain. And number 6. 1, 10, and down 4. If you're going to go down first, then what? Left 5, or all right. Now, all of you should have all of these arrows copied down with colors. Well, maybe not with colors, but you can see it up here with colors. I want you all to tell me the next black point on the line and the next red on the line, following these instructions. Go. If you are confused by the counting, I will do the first one. I go up 2, so my -2 becomes 0. I go left 3, so my +1x becomes -2. 1 minus 3. If I was doing the red one, I would go down 2 from y, which is what? -4, and I would go right 3, which would be +4. Does everybody see what I want you to do? Follow the maps that you have drawn and put in the answers. Go diddly-o. Spectacular.
Green eggs and ham?
No.
Aren't you lactose?
No. Yes. I haven't watched the new Green Eggs and Ham.
It's probably really dumb.
My kids say it's pretty funny.
I refuse to watch it.
And what are your answers?
1 more minute?
1 more minute to count. Do you know why they call me the Count?
Because you were
Because I love to count things. So let's count some things.
No.
What's the second one? What's the black side?
-2 or -7 5.
-7, 5. Well done.
Yes.
What's the red side?
-1
-1, 3.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't want you looking at the screen. I want you to tell me your answers.
I think I did it wrong.
What is number 3?
Oh, I did it. How funny.
What is number 3? Pardon me?
I got -1 0.
That is absolutely correct. What is the second one? -3, -2. Yes. What's next? What's 4? -2, 1, and
-6.
-6. One absolutely right. What's number 5? -6, -2 is one of them, and -4 is the other one, and number 6. -4, 6, and 614. Very well done, ladies and gentlemen.
Gentle what?
I know, it's so sexist. Now, graph number 7, while I have another bite of my Lazy Benny. A Lazy Benny is a poached egg and some cheese and ham cooked in a muffin tin and dropped on toast, as opposed to poaching it and doing hollandaise sauce and all that stuff.
Okay. I can handle that.
It's a really good way to make a whole crap ton of eggs all at once. Because you can get your oven nice and hot, and in a muffin pan, put a piece of ham in it, crack an egg in it, sprinkle some cheese over it, and bung it in the oven. And the egg cooks, and the cheese melts, and you can do, 24 at a time.
But I like Miss Sloan doesn't know yet.
All right. Have you grabbed it yet? Really?
We're too busy talking about 24 eggs in a muffin tin.
What's my starting point? What's my starting point? No. What's my starting point? -1, 2. What's my slope? Up 1, 2, 3, right, or 1, 2, right, 1, 2, 3, and down 2 and 1, 2, 3. And then I connect the line. What is my starting point in number 8? -5, -1. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1. And then up and left, up 2 and left 1, or down 2 and right 1. Sim sim salabim.
Yes.
And lastly,
Exactly what I was thinking.
number 9. Number 9 puts the last 2 lessons together. How many lines need to go on this graph? 2 of them. Can I graph one of them right now?
Yes.
Great. So I'm going to graph that line in blue. What do I do with that line so I am able to graph it easily?
Minus 1.
You could isolate y, right?
Yes.
So what would it be?
2x plus 8 equals 1.
So now what's my starting point for that line?
8. Or, yeah, no.
8.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what's my slope?
2.
So how do I do that?
Go down 2.
Down 2 and
Right 1.
right 1 for a positive slope.
Left.
Left 1. And it goes that way, yes? Everyone agree?
Yes.
What do I know about line 2, which will be done in red?
It has the same slope. Or
No, it doesn't have the same slope.
the slope is the
It's perpendicular. But what does it have that is the same?
y-axis.
The y,
No, y.
the y what?
Y.
Why is the y-intercept the same, Shitsu? But you don't know the b value of the second one. Because where do they touch?
At the y.
At the y-axis. So they must share a y-intercept, yes? So line 2 must hit there, correct?
Yes.
And then how would I draw it? No. Y equals mx plus b. Well, I know that x and 8 are the same. What do I do for the m?
Reciprocate and negative opposites.
So what will it be?
1 over negative 2.
Yeah, -1/2. Everybody cool? Yeah. Now, that gets me the line, yes?
Yes.
Without counting on the graph, I lie, you can count on the graph. I want you to give me that equation using a different point than 8 in point slope form. Go. You know what that line's going to look like. I want you to give me this equation. I want the red line in point slope form. How are you going to do that? I'll give you a hint. The way to do it is in the very name of the form that I wish you to use. And you just did it 3 times on the previous sheet of notes. All right. So, I have a slope, right? So all I need is any other point on the graph. What's the next point on the graph? Down where? Down 1. To the right 2. What is that point right there? What is that point? 2, 7. So put it in point slope form. Y minus 7 equals negative 1/2. Excellent. Could it also be y minus 6 equals negative 1/2 x minus 4? Could it also be y minus 5 equals negative 1/2 x minus 6? Yes. What's the next one going to be? And so on, and so on. For how long? Till infinity. Even beyond.
I didn't say it.
I know you didn't. Because there is no beyond. That's why the line is funny. All right. You have 4 days to work with the easiest one ever, because all you need is any point on the graph and the ability to count. I don't know what page numbers they are for you people, but, oh wait, that gets you in trouble. I don't know what page numbers they are for everybody, but if you want the A, you make sure that you can do 16 through 23. Because if you can't do 16 through 23, then you're not getting no A's on this unit. No. All the homework is being assigned to you. I know you all will not do all of the homework. But I am telling you that if you want the A, you had better make sure that you are able to do 16 through 23. So if you want to start with 16 through 23, that's fine. That's up to you, because your homework is always up to you. But if you choose to skip 1 through 15, then you're going to have a lot of trouble when you get to 16. And you're going to ask me how to do it. And I'm going to say, where's the rest of your work? And you're going to say, I didn't do it because I figured I just started 16. Then I'm going to say, well, I figure I already taught you how to do 1 to 15, so you should be able to do 16. And now we're at an impasse.